what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Chat's Home. This band, it has been a long time coming. We've been trying to get them in here for a while, and I'm very happy that they're finally here. You can listen to their new project, Made in the Shade, right now, and that is the Grinns. What's up, the Grinns?
Hello.
Hi. How y'all doing?
Good.
Thanks for coming. I know we've been trying for a little bit.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
This is like our fourth or fifth attempt.
It honestly might be like 2 years.
Yeah.
It might be 2 years.
It was funny because I'm like,
like
dang, Chad probably hates us. I'm sorry, dude.
No, you're good. You're good.
It's a trap.
I'm glad it's finally happening. But yeah, I want to talk about Made in the Shade, but I want to start with the earlier stuff. Start with Golden Hour, because and we'll get into this more, but the way that you have kind of progressed throughout the albums is super interesting to me, like with the the really raw live start to like getting more produced and introducing electronic stuff. Now you have like remixes. It's really sick. So I want to talk about all that. But to start, how did Golden Hour like really come together? And like, what was the process of making that record?
These are some hard-hitting questions. How long has it been? It's been like 4 years. It's been like, we had we had a bunch of songs, and I think we couldn't actually afford like as much studio space, so we just recorded them live, and then we dubbed the vocals after, and then it was like the budget recording, but we'd been playing them for like years after. So it was kind of like how we ended up being a band, or those songs.
Yeah, like typical kind of like high school garage band, we're all just jamming out in the garage. And
like the band who has like playing songs that no one can hear online, like that was that album.
Yeah. Frank and Fred literally were in high school, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh damn! And you just made it like in the garage, or what?
We originally recorded in my parents' living room, and then we got through some connections. We recorded at, was it R2 recording? Yeah. In Eagle Rock.
Eagle Rock.
Nice.
And
Shout out to Eagle Rock.
Yeah.
So what kind of like prompted wanting to, be more produced on the second record and, adding different layers to what you were doing and like all that stuff? Was it your decision? Did you work with a producer? What like changed between Golden Hour and the next?
These are great questions.
I was gonna say we got really into like hip hop around that time, right?
I think this is for Let the Days Go, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah.
Like we got really into like Migos.
Oh, cool.
So when you're using
like
21
Savage, yeah, and then that kind of inspired the sort of slow transition. And then also Danny. That's when Danny Balastaki stepped in the ring.
And Richard Dotson
and
from
Richard,
the Frights.
Richard
He
from
produced
the
it.
Frights, that's
Dotson.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Damn.
Yeah.
What was the hip hop influence like? What directly came from the hip hop influence?
The song Mona Lisa Lamborghini is like the biggest example of that, I think.
Is it the only example of that?
No, the Humans.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. So anytime there's an 808 is what we're referring to.
Yeah, fair.
Drum machine is hip hop.
That's our hip hop influence.
I mean, that song is their biggest song now, right? And on like Spotify and everything?
It's funny because like I think at the time we were having the discussion about releasing it as a single or not, and I remember Joey and I were like, we got to do it. And it was like, I don't know if it was necessarily you guys, but it was our label and just everyone involved. They were like, are you sure?
I didn't even want to release that
I was
song.
so stoked.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, what the hell is this?
Joey and I were just like,
I was telling Joey and Romton it's
It
fire.
worked. I like
We were
that.
like
go.
Steve Jobs. The iPhone must
take
persist.
the risk. All right, let's add a dongle.
Damn.
Doggle.
How do you feel about the song now?
Oh, I loved it. No,
Yeah.
I like
He
it.
loves it.
Yeah. Are you glad that that's like the one that popped off?
I'm stoked because we're like kind of trying to. It's weird genre blending, but we were kind of trying to make music that we listen to.
Right.
It is weird though because just because you listen to music doesn't mean like your fans are going to be down to hear you make it. But it was really nice to be like, hey, like this is completely different. Are you cool with it? And everyone's like, this is sick.
Yeah.
It kind of like opens up the door to be like, well, what about this in the future?
Right.
So it was really nice.
Nice. Amazing. Yeah, definitely it gets you out of that box of just like the indie lo-fi whatever. Like, yeah. Was it nerve wracking though, like departing? Like speaking of that, were you nervous? Like, oh fuck, I hope our fans actually like this, or like I don't know how they're
I was
gonna
to
feel.
say, I remember there being a lot of stress
Yeah.
with the whole band just talking about our direction. If we should
We were
make
on
it more.
tour, like when it was coming out.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, even in the studio, just like discussing what songs we're gonna do and choose. We're like, are we going for indie rock? Are we going for hip hop? And we had all these back and forths. But I'm glad that we did what we did.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, is it nerve wracking like always putting out music?
Yes.
Now it's almost like I feel almost like checked. I don't know if the pandemic.
Comfortable?
Yeah, but it's kind of like whatever we release is. It's absolutely we have a connection with the fans, but it's also just I don't know, like not taking anything too seriously. You know?
Yeah.
Because I mean, like the truth is, when we made any songs that we've made, it's because we liked it, and that's what people are sort of subscribed to. It's
Right.
like, hey, like, what do you guys think is good? And that like represents our band. Sorry, I don't know if I need to.
Oh,
be
no,
on the
you're
mic. But yeah, I don't know. I think I agree with you. It's just easier. Like if we think something sounds good, like
Yeah.
we just hope other people agree. It's been the most sustainable way to make music.
Hell yeah. Love
You know?
it. It's a good way to look at things. And I think that that's one thing that I always admire for when artists is when they, I think something special about an artist or about anybody who like pursues this as a career is that they usually have really good instincts. And I think the hardest part is just trusting those instincts and like doing what you actually want to do. So that's awesome that not only did you do that, but then it paid off to being like your biggest song. So I just love that story. Good job.
Thank you.
Hi, this song is called Mona Lisa
Lamborghini.
Lamborghini. Let's just use that. Yeah, no, or no. Okay.
Well, there's no, okay. All right. I guess that was good.
Do it fast, do it nice now, do it my way. Polaroid photographs on a Friday. Mona
So let's talk about the new project, Made in the Shade. First of all, title. What's up with the title? Why is that the title?
Oh, the title?
Yes. Title.
It came from an Office episode.
Oh, okay.
there's a moment where Michael Scott is like I've got it made in the shade, and I always thought that was like a really catchy line that he said, and you know, it's just made in the shade, like, and also I think at that point we were also really into the idea of like laying low and kind of, you know, like I don't want to get too like oh yeah, like does that, like it was like,
yeah,
you know what I mean, like it was like the idea that we're laying low, kind of working on our stuff's like a brewing, and then we come out of the shade and
yeah, it was rough though. We literally played the observatory, and then like it was the biggest show we ever played, and then the world just like stopped, and so we're like, I don't know what to do, you know, and it was like everyone was doing like Minecraft streams and all this stuff, and we're like, right, I think we're just gonna dip out. Like I think we're just gonna like not.
Also, right before the pandemic, we had almost an entire album written of songs that were just really kind of more like indie rock, like way more kind of just like rock and roll type stuff, and then we just ditched it.
Dipped it out.
Yeah. And
Damn.
But it was like 12 songs that were just almost done. Yeah.
Oh wow.
But we have all the audio recordings on voice memos still.
Yeah, so we still, when we get together some nights, we'll be like drinking and be like, oh, pull out that River Phoenix song. We'll just we'll be sitting around a table and be like, oh man, you remember that? It's just strictly for us
We're
now.
just all sad. Remember that?
Yeah. Damn.
I do the Wu-Tang release, just one album. Yeah. Only one person can hear it at once at any one time.
Oh man. Do you think those will ever come out? What you wrote? Maybe
like a
TBD?
Iteration of them. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe a lo-fi album, just the raw tracks. See ya.
Well,
Untitled Unmastered.
Untitled Unmastered.
Exactly.
There you go. The lo-fi, Steve Lacy.
Yeah, that's right.
So I feel like a lot of bands sometimes like write to how they're playing live. I feel like so when you're on tour and I don't know, like you're playing for all these crazy crowds and you want like all the energy. Some bands like write more energetic songs just kind of like in their subconscious, I think. And so it was interesting how no one was touring, and I feel like everyone was just at home, so they were able to do like that wasn't like a factor. So now that it is a factor again, is it tough to like bring these new songs to the live stage with like the different production?
I would say that no, just because the kids that go to our shows like go like for like two reasons really: to take cool pictures of themselves at the show, and then also to like just go hard. So like I read a story once, like people like moshing at a Mac DeMarco concert. It's kind of the same idea. Like people are gonna go hard no matter what.
Right.
You know, like I think we could play whatever song and people are still gonna go round and round in the mosh
They
pit.
do. Like we're playing the slow song. I see some kid like wide-eyed about to jump in the crowd. I'm like, dude, this is staying slow.
This is a slow.
This is not. There's no like. There's no chorus here.
Stays right here.
Yeah, we're at like
We're about to do a
110
breakdown,
BPM.
bro.
You're like pushing this girl into the freaking bar.
Oh my god.
Do a cover of Landslide. And
Only,
people are like, yeah!
Some kids crowd surfing.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
I would say one of the difficult things about adding the production to the live setting is like figuring out the logistics behind that. So like one of the things that I've been helping out with is like figuring out how to get 20 stems from a track or 30 stems into a track into like a 5-track bus.
Right.
And then run that to the live outs. So it's just like literally a mono track with the entire mix, you know, in the back.
Damn.
So that's been fun integrating that with live, and people who are coming to the shows and seeing them for the first time, maybe different like people from the scene are like, whoa, this is like a new thing for like rock shows, or at least it's a higher level like version of the performance. So if anything, we've like gained a lot of good things from integrating like, you know, the electronic side of of the live setting.
And I think that's also helpful because it takes a burden off of us when we're writing, because we don't have to worry about like who's going to play every single track.
Right.
And that's really helpful because it's like we can pick and choose. I like playing that one, I like playing that one, and then we can still make a mix that sounds like the song.
Right.
You know, so it's kind of like a benefit to us writing and then the listeners.
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah, and it's got to be a fun thing to like dive back into the tracks when you're learning them live or learning how to play them live. It's like falling in love with them again. So that's cool. Speaking of electronic production, there's a couple remixes on the EP. Who did those? One of them was you, right? Or both? Oh, sick.
Yeah, one was me, one was Round Team.
Hell yeah. That's dope. How was that? How was that experience?
I think I did like 4 different like versions of it. I was like, Mike, does this sound good? I've never remixed anything. He's like, I like the first one. I'm like, what version of the first one? But we ended up just picking something that sounded good and threw it on there. Mike's remix goes hard, dude. Yeah, like when I put it on, I gotta be careful. I'm gonna start speeding.
I'm Mike. I come from a background of like electronic production. So like I came up as a hip hop producer, starting like just on a drum machine when I was like 10, 11, and then over the years have like transitioned into FL Studio and Ableton and sound design and all that stuff. So that was kind of my forte. So when they were like, all right, we need a remix, I was like, all right, done. I think I did it in like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I'm just struggling upstairs. I'm like, okay, this is mix 4. Mike's like, check it out. Yeah,
I'm like, all right, I just finished. It's ready for master.
It's been nice having Mike as an addition to the team, and he's a credited producer. Can I give you some clout right now?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, we got a platinum record producer on the team.
Oh, shit.
I don't know how much research you did. I don't know if you went Nardwuar on Mike, but he's
damn.
We had some good news to celebrate during the pandemic.
Oh my gosh, for what?
Yeah, I got a platinum this year for Kyle. His last album that came out called Smile. It came out in 2018, but it went platinum in February.
Damn, that's sick.
So,
congrats.
Yeah,
wow.
Got my 2 plaques for my credit.
That's so tight. Damn.
Yeah, we knew we had to get a platinum producer for this next record.
No, it just happened. I mean, me and Ramteen have known each other for like years and years. We were in high school PE class or weightlifting class together, and that's how we first connected. And over the years, I just like stayed in contact with the band and would come out to Grinns every year and just watch what they were up to. And every time I'd be like, hey, if you guys want to come up to LA and work on something. I was living in LA at the time, or if we ever get the chance, I'm trying to get in. And so when the pandemic hit, like everything kind of made sense and it all worked out. I started working on records and that turned into a full EP, and here we are.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was crazy though. Like I met Mike before I met any of you guys, and he's like the reason I started even making music.
Yeah,
and it's really odd to like full circle at 8 years later, and we're like living together, making songs for the band, like going on tour, performing.
That's amazing.
Pretty full circle. Yeah.
Have you been in a band before, or mostly just been doing producing?
Yeah, so I've been in everything I've done is production based. So I've been in bands, but I was like the producer and rapper for the rap group.
Got
I was like in a group of producers, but we were all just making beats and like making the same, releasing under the same name. So not really. I haven't been in like I've never had to go to band practice before this.
Right.
So it's interesting and new. But I'd like to say that like I've been in the game for a while, at least like trying to make it. So I'm pretty familiar with like most of the stuff that we do. So,
yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's been comfortable and it's been fun. It's been a blast.
Damn, that's dope. So this will be your first. Well, whenever you guys fully open up and go on tour and stuff, will this be your first like tour with the band?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it'll be my first live tour with a band.
Damn.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll be like, this is like, I'll get my own band one day and I can have like, my producer name is Deffy. I'll be like, I have a Deffy live tour. That'd be crazy.
That'd be tight.
But,
we went through the struggles of the original tours. We were taking our own cars, just like dealing with it. You're about to. I mean, I don't know how amazing it's gonna be. We're not freaking.
We'll see. Yeah,
but we're not
rock stars.
I imagine every tour, in succession is just gonna be a little bit easier.
Right.
Yeah. Forward,
so.
Right.
We had our own separate struggles. We had our own separate struggles. So.
Right. Damn. Do you miss the tour life? You want to get back on the road?
Oh yeah.
I do for sure.
Yeah.
I think Fred does too.
Yeah.
I miss parts of it.
I just want to experience. I want to get out there in the world, man.
I definitely want to get out there, but I just know at the end of it, I'm like, I need to like.
Yeah, you get
I can't
so
do another
fried.
one of these
Yeah,
right now.
Ramteen gets fried out after a while.
Yeah, I mean, we went out
No,
for
I
like
did too.
3 weeks.
Sure.
I don't know what to tell you. It was
That's
like
true. I mean, dude, fuck, I got
Like
fried.
a
we were doing.
tour.
I know, but we were doing like 1 week tours, and they're like, all right, U.S. tour right now. And I was in the middle of moving out of my place and moving somewhere else in the middle of tour. So I was like, it was a whole ordeal. I think I might have soured my experience a little bit with all the stress.
It took you 3 weeks to get around the country?
It was 30
It's
days.
like a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
That was you did a stop in Chicago, right?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, I saw a video from that. That thing looked crazy.
Yeah,
That was
Chicago was
insane.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were like, all right, like, you know, first time in, and
Right.
it was packed, and I thought we were in the wrong venue. Like, I thought like like they had 2 stages, and I was like,
Right.
dude, we got to come back here.
Yeah, that's rad. That's rad. Yeah, I was gonna ask. Just speaking of live, like the Golden Hour Fest, like the Grinns, like you were saying.
Yeah.
How did that all start and come together? And how long have you been doing it?
Do you mean at a venue or
No.
Just in general.
In general. Okay.
No, we started that in high school. It was originally like, it was we like every high schooler wants to go to a party, and we weren't really cool enough to go to any, and so we were like, fuck it, let's just throw our own party, and we'll play.
Hell yeah.
And it started that way, and then it started, I don't know, like we were in high school, and then it just grew every year. And finally we were just like, we need to get a venue for this shit.
Damn.
Like, we need to get like a whole ass stage.
So it was just in your yard, or?
Yeah, it was in a backyard.
In a backyard, yeah.
It's so funny though. We were trying to book a venue for that show. I remember I had sent like 8 emails to the Constellation Room.
Oh,
We have
yeah.
never booked a show at the Constellation Room. We've always played on shows with other people.
Got it.
So the first time we played at that venue was the main stage, which was kind of a little annoying. Because like we were like, really? You're gonna give us a chance now? Where were you? We about 150 people made a stage out of plywood that broke in
Oh
a
my
backyard.
God.
You know, so but I think everyone at the venue is like sort of shifted around in terms of who's working there. Everyone there is super nice now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know where we are like at the stage of the pandemic. But for the
Right.
record, everyone's been chill. I don't know what was going on 5-6 years ago.
New management. Okay, nice. And then back to the EP. The artwork is also super interesting. It looks cool. Is there like a meaning behind the artwork? Or anything
Frank,
going on?
Do you want to explain?
I mean, it was. I don't know if there's a meaning behind it, but it was like a really quick design. I
Frank
just
literally
made
drew
like
this
a
with a
little
ballpoint
short,
pen.
Don't sell
I
short.
have
He literally
picture
drew
of
a
it.
triangle
Can I
and
send
then
you
like
the
a
picture
circle
of it?
above
Like,
it.
you
And I
show
was
it
like,
right here.
let's
Yeah.
do it.
I was like,
we put it up on the
okay.
screen right now.
I will.
It
Yeah.
happened
It was-
in less than like 5 minutes.
No way.
Well, like then Mike did the hard work
We
of
all
like
just sat around.
rendering it.
So he originally drew a triangle and a circle
I just-
above
Yeah,
it. It was
yeah.
literally
I
like
just got what you guys
like the most janky like ballpoint pen.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
I felt so
All right.
bad. I remember
You got it. You
showed
got
yeah,
it. You
no.
got it.
You showed
It
it,
was
and I
so
started
jank that it was
laughing,
art.
but you weren't laughing, and I was laughing, and I realized you, and then it turned out like
And I'm
it's
like,
a cool
okay,
idea.
well, let me like not laugh. Like, what is this gonna be? And I've been doing 3D artwork for like a couple years now, and so I was like, triangle could be. You were like said
Yeah.
the same thing. It could be a pyramid, and then the circle is like representing the point of reaching a goal or something like that. But
Oh,
you like
nice.
never get there because it's above the top of the pyramid. And so I just made a pyramid, made a ball right above it, and then just colored it, and we chose a few different colors for the different songs.
Yeah.
And then Joey was like, hey, I really like how Ladybug looks. I believe that was your exact like phrasing.
Yeah,
Sent
I
some
like the
ladybug
color
photos.
of-
Like
yeah.
I just
In the
like
chat.
ladybugs, and so I was like, okay. I just typed in ladybug into the the asset thing, and then ladybug popped up, and just dumped it right there, and that's the cover.
There it is.
So
It's a
the whole
philosophical
thing.
cover.
I was
It
gonna-
talks about the
deep.
struggle of.
no, honestly, it was a little arts and crafts project.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Damn, I love that.
And this song is called The Avalanche. Our bodies cast a shadow. It takes us where the days go. Together we are falling. It's how we let the good times roll. Time for bad kid
What's your favorite song on the EP? Each of y'all's. Remixes included.
I think mine's Made in the Shade. I think that's my favorite one.
I would say Made in the Shade too.
On my own.
On my own.
I like Searchlights because I made it, but
That one's fire. Close,
I
close
like
second.
all of them.
Like, what can I
I
say?
really
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
But I like how the production came out on Made in the Shade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mix
Made
on
in
that
the
song is
shade,
really good.
rough.
Made in the Shade rough is cool.
Yeah, listen to that. The rough one.
Nice. And then outside of the Grinns, like obviously you do a lot of stuff. But do each of you have like side projects or things like with the remix? Like, do you want to make more electronic music? Like, what's like? What else are y'all doing
We're
individually?
gonna take it one step at a time. But yeah, I mean, I think all of us want to make music, like going forward in life. I don't think anyone here is like, nah, I'm gonna stop after this.
Right.
So I imagine some stuff's kind of gonna be coming to fruition, but I imagine at the point we're all kind of gunning it on this right now.
Nice.
Ramteen's about to go full Marshmallow. So
Yeah.
Ooh, there
See
you
you
go.
guys in a little bit.
Gotta
Yeah.
pick out the suit. Pick out the.
Head
You got
out-
the
head out to Party
headpiece?
City.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
He's to wear a traffic cone on his head. It's really big.
I can't see. I can't do this fucking tour. Where's my manager? This is a real traffic cone.
No, I'm the only one who has like a real, like, I came in as my own project
Right,
basically, and
right.
like kind of integrated myself into the group as a producer mainly. So, I'm
Yeah.
pretty much the only one here
Nice.
who has their own project.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go. Do you think you're gonna bring in other people like into the Grinns, maybe like features, or is that an exciting?
Features sound fun.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten anywhere like
We're
material
flirting with
with
the
it,
idea.
but
Nice.
always open to creative ideas, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyone who comes in is worthy of checking them out. So,
Nice. Yeah.
100%.
Robert's trying to hop on a track, so.
Yeah.
Let's go, Rob.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Oh man.
808 slide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, what upcoming? Like, what are you guys excited about? Like, what's you excited just to? I mean, you're playing crazy shows again. Nothing Fest. I just saw you did the main room at the Observatory, right? How was that? That looked crazy.
That was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're just excited to get back on the road, more music, like.
We have some things that we don't know yet.
We don't know anything.
Up in the
Nebulous
air.
right now.
Okay.
But what I can say is that within probably the next 6 months to a year, I'm giving a big radius because
Yeah,
obviously
that's
we
fair.
can't predict what happens in the world.
Right.
As of the last 2 years. So, yeah, I mean, we're hoping to have a lot of cool stuff. And I probably can't mention any of it, but sorry.
Fair.
At least I'd want to answer your question.
Feature Playboy Cardi.
There we go.
Joey, what the-
Sick. Cool. I mean, anything else you guys want to talk about? We could get into the music. Was there anything else I missed though, or anything?
I have some questions for you.
Okay.
God.
All right. So, what made you want to set this up? Like, were you a part of the scene? Were
Oh,
there
like
any, like to be able to like interact
What is
with
Chad's
music?
story?
Oh, like this is a real.
The man behind
A
Chad's
real
home.
question. I thought you were just-
The man behind.
What made
behind
you,
Not a
the
meme
hand.
question.
What made me want to like set up this session with the
No,
Grinns,
no,
or
no,
just
no.
Just in
start this
general.
whole thing?
This 2-year
Oh,
process
okay.
of setting
I
this
just
one
love,
up.
Yeah, I just
That's
love.
a better question. What made you want to continue to ask? And after we were just
What
like,
was that
Man, there were
persistence?
times I was like, man, these guys just really don't like us. They
Damn.
really don't
Ruthless.
fuck with our stuff, Robert. No, I just loved like KXP and NPR and like all that
Okay.
stuff, and I love like Zane Lowe interviews and Nardwar interviews. So it's
Cheryl
like,
Waters.
this could be a cool blending of the two worlds, you know? A
You ever
little
heard of
sessions.
like Andrew Callahan,
No.
Channel 5?
you heard of Channel 5?
What?
All gas, no brakes.
All gas.
Oh yes,
Back to-
yes.
Legend.
I'm just getting into that now.
So
and
he has
I'm
a new
like-
channel. I don't know why we're plugging him right now, but channel. I mean, it's
fucking
good. It's
amazing.
good. It's good.
No,
You
just
should
because
go-
I'm like just getting into
I
it, so I'm
know.
like all into it right now.
You should check it out.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty awesome.
But at least on what we were talking about,
Long game.
this has been a great interview. Yeah, I don't know if
you.
like I don't know if we can cut this out or whatever it is. For
I would
you.
like to keep it going.
We can keep it. I just don't want to put you in a like I'm
I'll
talking
ta-
to you right now.
I take all the praise. you know?
Yeah, I mean it's great because like I mean your questions are pretty hard hitting. I'm like
Yeah.
like it wasn't just like hey so like
What are
you
your
know
influences?
where does the name come from? Like the 5 questions. Like, I was preparing.
It's the
Right,
same
right.
5 questions everybody has.
Yeah, and that was the thing too. Is like I watch so many interviews from bands that I just love, up and coming bands, and it was that every time. hey, well, like, what's your name? What's your favorite ice cream? Like, da da da. It's like, all right.
Why does it have two ends? Because we couldn't spell. All right, leave us alone. All right, jeez.
Two is better than one.
Tyler, the creator, suggested once. He was like, "Y'all asked me the same thing. Like, you should ask me what my favorite dinosaur is." And then, like, that became a meme question. Like, people were starting to ask everyone what their favorite. Like,
well, dude, I think I saw a similar interview where he was in the radio station and was like, he's like, just ask me about my shirt. Like, why did I pick this shirt? And like,
it's just like
you probably
might get
so
that
annoying.
question for somebody, and you'd be like, "Wait, what? My shirt?" Like, man, let Tyler the creator be Tyler the creator.
But yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you for that, and
Thanks
thank you guys for
having
being
us.
here. This has been awesome.
Thank you.
Stoked to hear the music. Stoked to hear the stripped down set. It'll be interesting. But yeah, any shout outs or anything, or like, I don't know. Any
Shout out my
plugs?
family.
Nice.
Topo Chico.
Andrew
You guys
Callahan.
want to give us a sponsorship? That's our shout out.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I don't know. I like
Frank?
one of these. I just
Shout out to Joe.
Shout out to
What up,
Joe.
Joe?
Shout out to Gallo.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Danny
Gavin.
Palestocki.
Yep. Shout out to Dan. Shout out to Dan.
Shout out
Boyle.
to Dan Boyle.
These are great.
Shout out
What's
to
up,
my
Jack?
mom.
What's up, Anton?
Shout out to the boys.
Anyone who makes beats.
Tight.
That's it.
My dog.
Shout out to Ethereum.
Yeah, Zelda.
Shout out to Topo Chico.
It's a SHIB coin.
Bye, Sheeb.
Quick shout outs provided. Thank you. Shout out to DC Shoes.
Shout out to
I love you, it's DC. Thank you for sponsoring the series and keeping us alive so that we can talk to bands like the Grinns. And shout out to Topo Chico Bitter Water. These guys are enjoying some. What's the review? You like it?
It's great.
We
There you
love
go.
Topo Chico.
There you go. You heard it here
Very
We
first.
good.
love Topo
It's great.
Chico.
You heard it live.
It hits different.
It's different.
It hits different.
Amazing. And with that, we'll get into some music. Thank you so much, the Grinns.
Let's rock and roll.
All right.
Okay, this song is called Taste of Water. So sweet's the taste of water. Don't think I'll wait much longer. We're not what we had once been. We'll never feel that again. After all's been said, I feel no regret. The feeling still remains, but that love will never feel like yesterday again. And time does heal. What a bittersweet thing to feel. See you in my dreams, but that said no longer does my heart bleed. So sweet's that taste of water. Don't think I'd wait much longer. We're not what we had once been. We'll never feel that again. Probably see you around, run into your group of friends in town, and we'll stop to chat.